I'm the king. I'm the king of the world. Here they come. Here they come. Get it again. Here they come. Here they come. So clap your hands. Here they come.
Hey! How's it going? It's your captain. What's up, Komaraski? You doing okay today? It's almost Thanksgiving here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're about to eat a lot of turkey, see a lot of family, and just generally fill up. And then I guess everybody's going to rush to the stores. I don't know. I don't know if they rush to the stores anymore. It's the Black Friday thing. Everybody's got sales going on this weekend. I think probably what's going to happen is we're going to see a lot of online sales happening. And there's going to be a bunch of people ordering a bunch of stuff from Amazon. That's what I believe is going to happen. But today at Portal, the big news is everyone has access to Steel Police on Neuroshima. And so we've got Neuroshima going on with the Steel Police deeply embedded. So we're gonna play that, give it a whirl. I also got to play Pax Viking, and Pax Viking, I've got some comments on that. I got to play it a couple of different times. There's things that I question. The rule book, oh my gosh, the rule book. But let me tell you about that later. For now, let's play a game, shall we? Yeah, Komaraski, there you go. Round cards. Round cards, square cards. Why can't they just make cards card size? I like cards. Cards I can riffle. You get the riffle going, you know? You can't really riffle a round card very well. They don't do well. And have you ever noticed those square cards? They only bend one way. They don't bend both ways. You know, you play a game. I'm thinking like what's the one with the marbles? The Gizmos. Gizmos has got those square cards, and one way you can riffle them, but if you turn them 90 degrees, you can't riffle them. I don't know why. Seems the square cards only bend one direction. So I don't know what they're doing. It's a mystery. That's the most commented thing. We'll take a look at it, shall we? We're going to look at people's reviews on that their Pax Viking and their round cards that are round like that. Anyway, let's get on this game here. We're going to create a game. We are definitely going to be the Steel Police. We're going to get it done, and we'll let them be whoever they want to be. And who gets to... Oh, we're playing against the Moloch. Here we go. Playing against the Moloch. Well, that's all right. That's okay. Well, now with the Steel Police, it doesn't do me any good to put that anywhere except for in a corner. So I'm going to put it in a corner. I don't know if it matters which corner. What would it throw the AI off? You know what? I'm wondering if it'd throw the AI off if I do something weird, like go in that top corner. He wasn't expecting that. Hey, Ruby. Oh, by the way, I got to tell you something. We got new floors installed in our house, right? And I've been trying to get a hold of them for months because every time you walk on it, it sounds like you got thin ice. It's and you can hear it like spread out when you're walking. I don't know what the heck is going on. I called them. The installer came out and looked at it and said, it's not a problem with our install. It's a problem with the product. And so then I have to get a hold of the guy who sold me all this stuff. And he's supposed to come out. Well, I've been calling them for weeks and weeks, and they're supposed to call me back. So I don't know. He may call while I'm doing this. I may take the call because, like, this has been going on forever. Just thought I'd let you know up front. Anyway, let's get this going. He put his guy right in the middle. Well, right in the middle of trouble. We're going to give him some trouble. And we'll take this guy and we'll put him right here. We'll get some damage dealing going. I like it. Oh, he's put that blocker up. Now, he's only going to be able to block one of our damage there. Let's see, what else we got? We got a push. Ooh. Ooh, we get rid of this guy here. Here, look. We'll just push this thing. What are you going to do now, bad boy? That's right. Hey, why don't I just take a pot shot at you while I'm at it? Ha ha! That's how you start a game right there. Get him 2 damage. He didn't see that coming. Woo! All right. See, now here's the thing. He ain't looking at my base. He's looking at killing me. Well, I got him on the ropes there. He's scared. Well, I can do a 3-3. We're not going to do that. Let me think about this. I think oops. I think I'm going to get rid of that battle because that's not going to do me much good. Now he's got this guy. He's going to do 2 damage to me. I like maybe putting this over here. I could put that plus initiative over there. That might be what I'll do. I'll put this plus initiative over here and use it as a blocker. And we'll just do this. That might help. See if we put the judge or something there. Oh, here comes his bomb. Hey, he took out our setup. All right. I'll let you do it, but only this time. We're going to take you out next time. All right, here we go. Oh, man. See, the bummer is these sergeants are awesome because they give you that extra initiative, but it's not awesome for this guy because he's only a 1-0. Now, it would have been great if he wouldn't have just bombed those because he would have been a 2-1, and I could have made him a 2-1-0. And he would have kicked butt. Well, we got to get rid of one of the sergeants, unfortunately, and I'm going to use him as a blocker. I'm going to use him as a blocker. Blocker. Because I got no other purpose for that. We'll put him like this. We'll take this guy. I think we'll put him here. Got to put him in a direction to where he has to put a guy here who isn't going to help him do anything else. Yeah, I could buff the HQ, right? But it's initiative 0, so that if you put the sergeant on him, it would end up being a 0 and a 1. Now, we do have that net, and currently, I think it would do good for us as we sit, because I'm afraid he might get that. He might get that battle. I think it'd do good for us to just net this guy so we can take him out. Because now he does 2 damage. That's going to do 1 damage to us. But that's better than taking 2 damage. So, plus it'll get it to where we get rid of that guy. And he, it'll all work out. It'll work out good, I think. So let's see if he's going to... Well, see, now he didn't get a battle. But that's all right. Okay. All right, what else do we have? Oh, we got a net. This guy's going to do a 1 on a 2 and a 1. He's going to get us. This guy on a 3 is going to get us 1 damage. Oh, but that will mean that I'll get 2 damage from this. I really would like to buff this one a whole bunch, but we're not going to be able to do that. I kind of hate to do this, but I think it'd be a good tactic to do this. That is net and these guys on the side. This one on a 3 would have taken this out, which would allow this 2 to actually shoot our base and get 2 damage on us. So we are going to get 2 damage from this guy, but both of these guys are going to get beat up by our HQ. It'd be nice if we can get 1 more on this guy, but it'll be okay. Then I think what I'll do is I'll take this. Oh, right. Maybe. Let me think about that. I guess that's how I'm going to do it. That'll give him 4 damage. That looks pretty good. Yeah, he put a blocker there, of course. That's okay, because I'll do 2 damage. He'll take a damage, and then I'll kill him. So, now we got fear. There's not a whole lot more he can put down. We definitely want to use this guy. Dadgummit, we can't push him. We could push him and attack him. Or absorb the damage here. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this. Yeah. I'm with you on that, Komorowski. I think we got it, right? So I think we'll do it this way. And then I think I'm going to push this guy to where he goes down in the corner. I think that makes the most sense. I think that makes the most sense. We'll go ahead and push this guy. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and use terror as well. Oh. We use terror as well. Keep him from putting anybody down. And then hopefully we'll get some more cool guys out there to kick butt. I think that'll be good. Oh, he's going to start a battle. There we go. But I think overall we'll do okay. You know, it could be worse. Could be better. Yeah, unfortunately, he hits our guy down there too. Maybe I should have moved him. No, he'll be all right. I guess he'll be okay. We'll take out that... oh, we won't take it out because it's only 1 damage. Hey, gum. We always have problems. Let's see what we can do here. We're even, though. Even Steven. So we played that out pretty well. We got this line of guys right there. I'll tell you one thing that we could do. Let me take this guy. Oh, I can't move him. Hold on. I got a crazy idea. And I think it'll work. I haven't been using this reflector, and I want to try to use that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this guy and move him. Right? Move him here. And I'm just going to shoot this guy and get him out of the way. and start nailing some of these guys in the back. Then I'm going to take this reflector. I'm actually going to put them this way. How about that? Right next to his base. That seems cool. And then I pull the trigger. Now reflecting all that back to his base. How about that? Yeah, it reflects melee too. It sure does. Reflects anything. So that was pretty neat. But now he's using a push on me, which is fine. I got movement. I think we should move this way though, just in case he boxes us in. Which he did. Okay, so I think the way we go this way, we're gonna. Oh, we can't move them yet. We have to decide. We always have to decide which one to get rid of before we take our turn. How do we do this? He's got us lined up now. Got us lined up. Huh. I don't think this is going to do us any good. I'm trying to think of if, like, I make this guy a 1 instead of a 2, but I can't make that guy a 2, and I have a 3. I think we just get rid of this. And then I'm going to have to take this one and move him this way, so that guy kills himself. And we're taking this damage, and we're taking that damage. Okay, let's figure this out. We can do 2 damage to his base. We got this 3. We could take him out. Probably our best bet. If we take this guy and put him here, he may want to block us, but I mean, we could put it here, but then we would suicide that guy. And I want to try my best to keep it like that. This guy on a 1 and a 0. So he'll do, this guy will get knocked out. He'll do 3 damage to us. And we will do no damage to him. I can move this guy to reflect damage back at him. And then if he doesn't attack, I can put him over here. Let's try that. We'll go like this for now. That'll do another damage to his base. Try to keep things even. So that'll do 2 damage to us here. This one will be knocked out. It'll do 3 damage to us. We'll do 1 damage to him. That brings it down to 12. I can't really do anything else. I'm afraid that he's going to put somebody here. Well, I would net him. Let me go back. What did we start with on this one? What did we start with? Oh, there we go. All right. So we definitely have to get rid of that one. And then we'll move this one like so. And then we can make that one go off at 0, and we'll do 1 and 0 on him. So we could take him out. So if we put this here, I think if we put that here, and that makes him 0 and him a 1. Trying to figure out how to take them both out. I can take him out, but we'll lose this guy. Brings us down to 2 damage. I think that's okay. Right? And then this one, we can get 1 more damage on him. We're taking that guy out. I mean, if we're going to lose him anyway, so we can do this, and he will do 2 damage. I think we're going to go with that. Multiple attacks, I think that works out. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. So I knew that something like that would happen, but that's okay. That's all right. This guy's still going off on a 1. We can put this guy here. Yeah, that still works. I don't think we need this. I don't think there's much he can do. I'll take this, put it here. Go like that. We got this guy. We can actually make this guy go off on a 3 and a 2. 3 takes this guy out. 2 takes that guy out. We could actually make this guy come down here if we did that. Yep. All right, so that's what we're going to do instead. We are going to back that up. We're going to go here. I think. I'm not too terribly concerned about that one. I'm more concerned about this one. I'm going to do that. And that also keeps him from getting anything from there. And then I'll take this. I'll put it here. And what that does is that turns this into a 3-2. So on a 3, he will kill this guy who goes off on a 2. And then on a 2, he'll kill this guy, which goes off on a 1. This will take out this guy as well. and or the base. This guy hits twice on the base. I could save him right now by hitting this gold button and flip him around, so he would just reflect 1 damage as a possibility. But I think I'm good. Which will not matter. This point I can go here. The 1-0 would kill this guy, but it wouldn't help me much. I just have to move back no matter what I do. So, okay, now we've got stuff. We got extra melee attacks, which don't help me. I think what we're going to do is we got the extra melee attacks really will not help me. So unfortunately I have to get rid of those. I'm going to move this guy over here to attack his base. I'm going to do 2 damage to that base. I am going to protect my base from 1 damage. And or this guy, and I am going to up this. See, oops, come here. No, come on. Put this here. I think like this. Hey, Rebecca. Yeah, my hockey team is my hockey team. You know, they're doing all right. Not great. Unfortunately. All this COVID stuff has got me, kind of in a bad mood with the hockey situation. So, oh, there we go. Yep. So that all worked out kind of as planned. Doing the thing. It is what it is. So we got 13 and 11. It is what we wanted it to be. He does get to go first. He's got the gauze cannon. We've got a net. And we can net anybody we want. We got this guy's got movement, so I'm definitely going to put him here to reflect back. We got other movement. We've got other movement. Yeah, now I think on that gauze cannon, it will reflect the damage that would have been done to the judge back 1, but it'll also still hit my base, just so you know. We have movement, and which means I could move this guy, or I could just drop another one. Which is what I think I'm going to do. So we're going to get rid of this movement. I'm going to live with things the way that they are, I think. We'll just get rid of... Come on now. Get rid of that movement. We're going to drop this thing way up here. We're going to take this, move it down, and we're going to reflect back. I love the fact that we can do that. Right? I love the fact, we're moving the judge. And so that way it reflects this one, it reflects the gauze cannon, and it reflects that. So we're going to do 3 damage to his base by his own fault, right? This guy, however, is going to keep us from getting something done. And so we need to do something about that. And I think the best thing that we can do is actually just put a guy here, which will be used as a blocker, unfortunately, and do that. I could also put him here and block him, but if I do that, then his base can hit us. So I'm just gonna, unfortunately, and it's kind of crazy, but it was one or the other, and I think that makes the most sense. So I think we'll do it that way. Let's see what old Mullick's got up his sleeve. He's got a push. He doesn't have a lot to push. Oh, he's got that guy. Hey, gummit. Well, now we're in trouble. Oh, got the executioner. We're not in that much trouble. All right, so now the executioner can take out this guy. Or he can take out this guy, which probably makes the most sense. So this 3 is going to take out our net, which will free up this 2 to take out our net. And we got this push. And he happens on a 2, but it only does 1 damage. We've got this net, or steel net. Yeah, we could drop the executioner here. He goes off on a 1. That 3 had hurt him. If I drop him here, the executioner here, he'll absorb a lot of damage. That seems to make the most sense, just to absorb the damage, except that gauze cannon. But I still got the steel net, and I can deploy it for free. So, seems to me like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want this guy. Do I want the push? I don't think so. I don't think I want the push. Well, I could push this guy over here, and then when he shoots, it'll take out that guy, but I think I'm going to get rid of the push. Let's take a look at this. I take this executioner, and I drop him right here. Bam. Like that. Remember, Mullick doesn't have his bomb anymore. So I do this. Now I'm going to do damage to all those guys. He's got toughness, so this guy doing 1 damage to me isn't going to hurt anything. I've got this guy, and I can move him. I don't know where I'm going to move him exactly, but I can definitely go this direction for now. And then I've got this, which goes off on a 1 and a 0. And I think what I'm going to do, I see I could do this just to ensure, because if I do that, this guy, the 1 over here in the corner is going to take me out. So I might as well, if I'm going to get taken out anyway, go here, because I can get that 1 and 0 off. And actually, it's going to be a 2 and a 1. So I can do that. That seems okay. Let's see what happens with that. He's got a 2 behind us. Got 2 2s. That's all right. He doesn't explode. He attacks us. We attack him. That's all right. We'll do some damage. Now he's going to get 1 on us. There's the 1 on us. And then we take out his blocker. There you go. Steel Police. Anyway, that's a pretty good game. That's a pretty good game. That AI is getting tight, man. I like this AI. This AI has been getting better and better and better, man. I think it's awesome. So they're getting it done. Yeah, I like it. Getting it done. All right, let me talk to you about Pax Viking a little bit, and then we'll wrap her up. So, Pax Viking, let's go. Let's talk about it. Oh, Pax Viking is one of those kind of thick boxes. Pretty good production. Ion Games. They're the ones that did that crazy space game, which I love the map for that space game. My gosh, that is an amazing map. But this Pax Viking, apparently there's a bunch of Pax games out. I don't know anything about those. All I know is about this Pax Viking, and I enjoyed it. Now, that rating seems wrong to me. I'm looking at this rating. It says 7.4. Plays 1 to 6 players, and it's got a rating of 7.4. I mean, maybe they're mad about the rules. The rules need to be more specific. You can get there reading the rules, but it takes a little while. And we had so many questions, and reading it, you had to do a lot of interpretation and be kind of like, you had to read it with a discerning eye. You know, it was not clear. It wasn't very specific about things. And the board, the way the board's set up, it's they have these different regions and areas and what do they call them, posts. And some places you can move to and others you can't. And all of those rules go in to making the game work the way that it works. But they needed to like be very specific about the rules, and I don't think they were specific enough. They kind of just said, oh yeah, I'm gonna kind of do that thing. And it's like, no, you need to be really specific about it. It's kind of like when you're playing Magic the Gathering and you play a card. That card has been edited. That rule on that card has been edited to say a specific thing. It's very specific. And I feel like a lot of the rule book didn't have that kind of specificity. It had these general ideas. Anyway, looking at this, they got 503 ratings. What do those people say? It says chopping block. I don't know what that means. There's me. Want to play? Okay. Okay, it's best at 4. All right. What's this? First play a game if I was going to start in 19th century. All right, that's like a big long review. Play experience can be summed up as meh. A 2? Seriously? That iconography is confusing and ambiguous. I didn't think so. Things are very random. Your random draw from the top of the saga deck can be utter crap. Yeah, of course, it's from the top of the deck. They've got a freaking 7 card or whatever draw that you can do, offering. And this guy's complaining when you draw off the top of the deck for free, you could be anything. Well, duh. No map reduction. So if you play with fewer players, the map doesn't get smaller. Yeah, but we still ended up with confrontation. Oh, I get it. They're getting rid of the game. I don't understand that. I don't understand it. I thought it was great. Supposedly a simpler, faster Pax but still longer and more complicated than many. I don't think it's very complicated. I think I could teach this guy. I really liked my first play with 4 players. Rules were quite easy to understand after the teach. Right, after the teach, right. So, like I said, the rule book is a little, I don't like the rule book. Yeah, the board, I'll take you through the board in a minute here. But yeah, I don't find, I was trying to see what the bad ones are. One play so far considerably simpler than Pax. Slightly simpler. Okay, they're comparing it to the other PAX games. All right. Well, I didn't compare it to any PAX games. With metal coins from Kickstarter. Okay, somebody got the metal coins and they gave it a 6. I don't, metal coins. Okay, that might be nice to have metal coins. Let's take a look at the pictures. I'll show you these pictures. Might be easier to do that. So this is the board, and you can see it's Europe. Got a little bit of the Middle East in there as well. And you got these different areas, and each one of them has a different wind. So these orange ones down here are the south wind. The green ones are the east wind. The blue ones are the north wind, and these over here are the west wind. The purple ones are the west wind. And so you have areas divided up into areas, and like this area here, this green area. Here, let me show you. If I can. I don't think I can. I can't. No. All right. Well, that's okay. This green area here has got 2 circles on it so that you can put these round cards on those circles. These round cards are basically, they are different areas. They give you certain abilities. That actually is an event. Here's one. All right. So basically, you get to play this. If you put a boat in that area, so you go to that area where this is named, you go to that area, you go to that post, that circle, and then you get to play this. Well, the confusing part I was telling you about is when you move, you can only move across these white lines from area to area. You can only move in white lines. So if there's a black line, like this area over here has black lines on the west and the north, so you can't move into any of these other green areas. You have to go into the ocean and then out of the ocean and into this green area. And then moving from the area to the post is a separate movement. So to go from here, from this area, you'd have to go 1 to the ocean, 2 to this area, and 3 to the post. And then maybe you could play a card, right? So that's how that goes. You get 4 possible actions and you play those out. Those actions are you can invest, so you can get more of these cards. As I said, they have, I think, adequate offering. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like I said, there's 7 cards there that you can choose from. The ones at the bottom are the cheapest ones. So this is like 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 or something like that in cost. And as you take the bottom ones, the other ones slide down. Only there's like they only slide down when it's at the end of the round, or if you draw off the top, this bottom one comes off and all the cards slide down to fill in one spot. So you only move it down one spot. So you can buy stuff and there will be spots open, and it kind of fills. And the deal is, I think what they've done here, and it took me 2 plays to realize this, is that if you go last, you're always going to go last. Well, going last gives you an advantage in that you get to see what everybody does, and then you can swoop in and do whatever you want to do. But going last gives you less ability to do this investment because there's a lot of cards missing by the time it's your turn. So you can kind of do luck of the draw, and maybe you get lucky, or you just don't do a lot of investment. You do a lot of movement and stuff like that instead. So it's really interesting. You know, the last player plays different because he's the last player. So that it creates its own balance given the position that you're playing. I thought we played a 3-player game. I was all the way over in this corner at this green area. The other guy was in purple and the other guy was in blue. And we ended up interacting, fighting, trying to take over each other's territories. Obviously, you couldn't let anyone. There are 4 goals that are located up here that basically are the victory conditions. Those victory conditions can be selected, or you could just do them at random. And whoever gets that victory condition first wins the game. So you're trying to keep them from winning the game. There's a little caveat to that. You have to have the victory condition, and then an event has to be played. So there's like this double thing that has to happen. So you may have the victory condition, but you didn't have enough turns to play an event, or you weren't in the right place to play an event. So you're having to try to get to an event. And so while you're trying to do the event, we're going to try to shut down your victory condition. So there ends up being a lot of back and forth right at the end, and a couple of guys are going to be really close to winning. And it could be that third guy ends up winning while those 2 guys are fighting back and forth. So it's a pretty interesting thing. I think it's important that when you play the game that everybody discusses sort of where everyone is. Point out where the other people are. Don't let somebody get away with almost having a victory condition without calling them out. But other than that, I really think this is a great game. If I taught it to you, I think you would think that it was a good game too. The problem is that rule book. That rule book is something else. Now they've got a couple of things that they tried to do. They have an appendix. They have a whole book that is appendix, and they talk about different things. But a lot of this ends up being, you know, hey, here's what these gods are and things like that. It's more like a historical background, and it's not really helpful to playing the game. I like that it gives you that historical background because you get to kind of get into the game and you see the story of it and why things are happening, and that thematic tie makes it really nice. But this comprehensive rule book is, it was tough. And it seems so simple, but I think that maybe things got lost in translation. But this is the downfall. I really want to just rewrite this rule book. If we rewrite this rule book, I believe that this could be one of the best games. I really enjoyed the game. And the guys who are playing it with me, they think it's one of the best games they've played as well. So, but what do we know? We like Rajas of the Ganges too, and that's not a game that everybody likes. So I think it's kind of in that same ballpark where it might be a 7.5. But like honestly, I think that this Pax Viking game, it could be a 9.5. It could be a 9.5. I don't really think that 7.5 is good. I think it's like 9. It's like, I wouldn't go any further than like 8.5. I really think it's a good game. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I want to play it again. I want to play it right now. You guys want to play it? I think it's good. It's a good game. So something to look into. It is sort of meaty, and you're doing exploration. You're creating the map in a way because you're putting these round tiles, so you're defining what that area is every time you put those round cards down. It's like you're defining what that area does now, and then it kind of gives you a superpower as long as you're there. But you need to conquer other places, so you may move off of it, and then you don't really have that power anymore. You just have possession of it, which now somebody else can take it over pretty good. Rebecca says she'll play. So it's a cool game. It's not quite dudes on the map. There is a bit of Euro-ness to it and stuff like that. It's not a deck builder. There are some tactical things like, drawing that card just to see what kind of cards you can get for free. That's a good thing. I hate that they said it was random and they didn't like it, because there's plenty of things you can do to mitigate it, but you got to get money to do that. So you got to figure that stuff out. And anyway, I like the game. I think it's worth your time and effort to take a look at. Yeah, that's Pax Viking. So anyway, that's what I have for you today. Obviously, Steel Police is out on Neuroshima Hex. You guys, if you've already had Steel Police in the old app, you should be able to get it in the new one, and you should be able to enjoy it. If you don't have Steel Police, I'd suggest getting it because it's a lot of fun. It's a good time. One of my favorite factions, the first one they did, so pretty awesome. Hey, Ruby, Komoroski. I know Komoroski's not going to enjoy Thanksgiving. Not like we are. But if you wanted to, Komoroski, get a chicken leg or something and eat it for the captain, right? Happy Thanksgiving to you, brother. Happy Thanksgiving, Ruby, Rebecca, all y'all. Have a good day. I'll see you next week. Adios.